While we are in the new year of 2017, we first go back in time on Sunday, November 13th, 2016, to see the Australian Railway Historical Society ACT 60 class Garratt locomotive 6029, providing shuttle trips between Wollongong to Scarborough on the south coast of New South Wales. The locomotive has been shunted into a siding to make way for a commuter train. After the electric train had gone, 6029 is now pulling into the station to collect more passengers for its next shuttle trip. We now hop on board the loco and its train on the south coast. One of the Historical Society's diesel locomotives, 4403, who was assisting the train on these shuttle journeys, is now leading its way back to Wollongong. Back at Wollongong, 6029 is now being pulled back into the yards once again, this time for a break. We then move to North Wollongong later in the day, as the engine heads its way to Scarborough once again.
Junction, Minimara, Bombo and Kayama.
Then we see 4403 leading the train back to Wollongong at Corrimal Station. We will now conclude this segment with 6029 charging through Wombara on another shuttle to Scarborough. Sadly, this would be the last trip by the Australian Railway Historical Society ACT Division, as the Society went into liquidation a few days later in November 2016. We hope the Canberra Railway Museum get back on its feet once again. It's Sunday, March 12, 2017. And at St. Peter's in the metropolitan area of Sydney, Transport Heritage New South Wales' 3642 is seen with 4490 at the rear of its train heading to Wollongong for the annual Steam to Serve Rail and Sail Tour. At Sutherland later in the day, 3642 is now seen pulling into the station, dropping off passengers. The 36 class loco will now depart the station heading for Hurstville to drop off more booked passengers on the way to its final destination, Sydney. It's Sunday, March 26, 2017, and on this day, we see Trainworks' 4520 pulling one of the sold-out shuttle trips to Picton behind 3642, who was dressed up as Henry for Trainworks' Day Out with Thomas event. The crossing gates are now closed by volunteers, and the train will head for Picton. While passengers enjoy a trip on the train, we now head to Trainworks Railway Museum, and on display is 2705 dressed as Donald, with a brand new face on the smokebox door, letting children inside of the cab of a steam locomotive. Meanwhile, CPH Royal Motor number 18 is dressed as Toby, taking passengers from the station to see Thomas the Tank Engine, all the way to the roundhouse side of the museum. We leave the museum now and see Henry heading towards Thelmere on another shuttle trip from Picton. This is where we'll conclude Rail Around New South Wales for May 2017.